Chriselda Lewis is there. Very good afternoon to you, Chriselda. Just wrap up what happened for us.
Well, Nzinga, good afternoon to you. Yes, this was the President's second stop at the Gallagher Convention Centre. You'd know this is the site that Discovery has been running since the beginning of this month. To date, here, 52,000 vaccine doses that have been administered. The President is seemingly satisfied with what he had seen. He was at Thembisa this morning with my colleague Samkele Maseko before coming to this public-private partnership vaccine site here. This is where the Pfizer vaccine is being administered to the general population. And what we do understand is that Johnson & Johnson here is being administered to education officials. You know, teachers as well have also been part of the cohort who have needed to vaccinate. Of course, as you know, that schools themselves have resumed at this particular stage. We took the opportunity, Nzinga, to ask the President some questions pertaining to some of the pressing issues in the country at the moment. You would recall that while South Africa is battling COVID-19 and, the Minister of Health, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, obviously absent while that takes place. There's an acting minister in the country. We've been asking him when he was going to make some kind of a decision on the Special Investigating Unit report into allegations that were made against preferential treatment allegedly given by the health minister towards Digital Vibes, basically saying he's done studying that report and he will then basically speak on it quite soon. He did not give a time frame for that, but he did indicate that he is done reading that report on the attempted insurrection, as he called it, in the country. The President basically saying that there have been mixed messages. I asked him, coming from that. You'd recall that the State Security Minister had basically said she'd given a report to the Police Minister, Begicele, on what was believed to be in the planning phases of what we saw. And he did say that the acting minister in the presidency dealt with that particular issue, because you'd recall that while the State Security Minister said she'd given the police some intelligence regarding that, the police minister had basically come back and said he did not receive such a report, admitting there again as well that they were caught off guard. The President admits that the country was caught off guard when this had taken place. So that really speaks to, the messaging that had taken place, because you had the State Security Minister, Ayana Hlodlo, basically say there was intelligence on that. The President says they were ill-prepared. He's admitted that on the steps of the Gallagher Convention Centre. And whether there are going to be any ministers, that are going to be fired over, what has taken place, admitting, the President there, that the country was caught off guard. That is an issue that he says they're seized with at the moment. Asking whether, of course, if he says then that they were caught off guard, is there anyone who's going to take the rap for that? Him indicating that we asked for the cabinet reshuffle, whether there's going to be any changes to his cabinet. The President indicating that the time will come, and he will speak on that at a later stage. So that was his assessment generally of what he was here to do at these vaccination sites, but of course addressing some of those pertinent questions as well regarding some of the issues that are taking place in the country at the moment.
Chriselda Lewis, SABC News Senior reporter, thanks so much for that update following President Cyril Ramaphosa on his visit to vaccination sites in Gauteng. Now,